Welcome to our Duskmourn First Impressions episode where we'll give you all the best tips to crush your first Duskmourn draft in under 10 minutes. Since the whole goal is to draft the best deck possible for your seat, we'll need to start with the strength of the archetypes you can draft. You'll notice the winningest decks are the three fastest decks in red-green, white-blue, and red-white. These decks are all capable of getting underneath the control decks and are excellent archetypes to end up in for your first Duskmourn draft. Even pivoting into the next fastest deck, green-blue, is good. But because you can't control what archetypes are available to your seat, it's best not to force an archetype, but rather know what archetypes to avoid. You can see our review of this topic by clicking the link above. But in general, this means you should start your draft by avoiding black, which cannot play aggro. But this doesn't mean you're best off never playing black. I currently have a win rate in the mid 60%, and I've played black in 75% of my drafts. What really matters is trying to avoid the worst archetypes. You see a sharp, nearly 2% drop in win rate from black-green to green-white. That's what's causing me to put these four decks in the bottom tier of archetypes that I'm trying to avoid. Green-white, blue-black, white-black, and blue-red. We avoid these decks by starting in the most open colors. To get into one of the 6 strongest decks, we can start in green or red and play 3 other colors, or start in white, blue, or black and play 2 other colors. Duskmourn isn't like Bloomburrow, where early in the format, one of the colors only pairs well with one other color, like how blue only paired with green in Bloomburrow. But before we move into how to avoid the worst archetypes, I'd like to ask you to click the like button down below, as well as subscribe. We've 10x'd our subscriber count during Bloomburrow, and we'd like to do that again in Duskmourn. Clicking the like button is your totally free way of saying, I like this content and I want more of it. So I'll give you a second to do that, and back to our video. The openness of green and red means you should try to start in those colors if able. They give you more flexibility to pivot into a winning secondary color to pair with them. But if your packs have white or blue as the highest power card, take them as they can still pivot into a top 4 deck. You'll benefit from avoiding taking black in your first 4 picks, since playing black means committing to being in one of the 6 worst decks. You want to signal that black is open before you're taking it. We say avoid it in your first 4 picks because it's usually not until pick 5 that you can start seeing signals. Why pick 5? Well, the 2 most important people you want not playing your colors are the 2 people to your right. They'll be passing packs 1 and 3 your direction. Imagine the seat 2 to your right, pack 1 pick 1's a rare. Pick 2's another rare. Pick 3's an uncommon and leaves another good uncommon. The seat to your right might prefer a different color and not pick that uncommon pick 4, leaving you to see it in pick 5. This indicates the 2 people to your right weren't interested in that good card. That's why pick 5 is typically the start of reading signals. Lastly, once you're in a given color, you'll usually have the option of 2 other secondary colors reasonably open to your seat to pivot into. Try avoid pivoting from your starting color into one of those 4 worst decks. That's all for today. We have more content coming later this week, so hit subscribe and the notification bell to be alerted of when that drops. See you then.